Since Les Halpin's Empower campaign was launched at the King's Fund last year, considerable progress has been made on advancing the ambitions and aims to bring about access to medicine. In November 2012, the central thrust of the campaign was mentioned in the House of Lords, and in January 2013 it was debated in the House of Commons. There's also been significant support in the media, including several articles in the Sunday Times, coverage on BBC One's Breakfast programme and Radio 4's Today programme. It's clear there's support in government, in the pharmaceutical industry and most importantly from patients here and around the world. It's a campaign with a simple message: greater access to medicines for patients with life-threatening illnesses. The 4 campaign pillars: a relaxation of regulation, changes to the testing regime, a comprehensive review of treatments, a call for UK government to take an international lead.
Patients have a critical role to play in raising awareness, and people who are brave enough during a very difficult time for them to go onto the public stage and tell people what the disease means for them have a huge impact.
To help focus their campaign, the Halpin Protocol was drawn up and launched at a highly successful summit held at the Houses of Parliament in April 2013. The summit was chaired by Les's local MP, Geoffrey Clifton Brown, who has been working on taking the campaign further forward with the Secretary of State for Health.
Well, we've been pretty active. We've all been working hard since we last met. We had a very, very good summit in the House of Commons. Sir Peter Lackman and all various other people were there, the drugs companies, and particularly George Freeman, who's written the government's Life Bioscience paper for the Prime Minister. So I've written to the Secretary of State, and I want the Secretary of State, Jeremy Hunt, to see us so that we can discuss how we can progress this whole thing. We've also had good publicity in the Sunday Times, letters, several letters in the Sunday Times, and we've got a good one coming out this Sunday where we've got Sir Bradley Wiggins as one of the signatories.
That's absolutely brilliant. With the miracle of modern technology, I've been able to listen to all of the parliamentary topics, as well as see all of the news coverage as well.
So the next stage is hopefully we have this meeting with Jeremy Hunt, and then I think we've got to try and see how we can get the regulatory regime amended so that we can allow these trials to take place. And I think that's really where we need Jeremy Hunt's sort of, if he can say, look, on behalf of the government, this is what we'd like to do, then I think we will make progress.
Absolutely, if you can get Jeremy Hunt on time with the benefit of George Freeman and the other interested parliamentarians, there's nothing to stop significant progress being made.
Well, I feel we've made huge progress since you and I last met, because I think we've got actually the whole thing moving on a national basis. We've got now not only these Sir Bradley Wiggins signing this letter, but I had a conversation with Maurice Starchy the other day, and he's running his private member's bill in the House of Lords, and we discussed the whole Access to Medicine campaign, and his final words to me were, when we parted at this, having had this conversation, was, we're going to make this happen. And he said it in a way that he really meant it. So I think that's really good news.
That's great. The more people that we bring into this, the greater likelihood of success. Absolutely.
And then I think this meeting with the Secretary of State, which I referred to earlier, will be very important, because what we've got to do is decide what aspects needs to be changed in the law, things perhaps like strict liability, and what discretion the government has within the existing law to allow these trials under carefully controlled conditions to take place. And I think that's entirely what the meeting's all about.
Absolutely, there are a number of other ways that we could look at some of the conditions to make it easier for government to say yes. So to indemnify in certain situations, drug companies or making special allowance, which might reduce the amount of primary legislation taxes or issues with European law.
What emerged from the last summit in the House of Commons is that it's a win-win situation, this, as you've already identified. We've got one of the most innovative biotech industries in the world. We've got one of the best and most regulated health services in the world. We've got some of the best clinicians in the world. And if you put all that together, there should be a scope for achieving what you set us the task of achieving. Very good. We both look happy.
It's clear the campaign is going well, but more public support is needed. Please help the campaign by supporting the petition if you've not already done so, and follow us on Twitter for all the latest campaign developments. Thank you.